Hello everybody, welcome to JD's Journeys. My name is JD and today I'm doing some literary Mad Libs. So this is going to be a little bit unusual. As you can see, the camera is not fixed in location. I'm not doing this here. My sister has insisted that she be present while I'm doing this. On my blog, I asked for people to write some words that I would fill into a story that I wrote. It's a very, very brief story. So there's going to be a few stories that I'm going to read. However, I have not seen them yet. My sister edited them together. So this is going to be interesting. I have seen the words, but I don't know how they're going to fit into the story because I don't really remember the story that well. So I'm going to be reading these for the first time with my sister present. So enjoy. First story is by S.T. Barbara Baker. Little Dr. Richard St. Barbie Baker. I guess it's Barbie Baker. Okay, little Dr. Richard St. Barbie Baker, LLD OBE, looked out the window and saw a silviculturist. He was so happy he had to go outside. Richard said to his tree, "There's an idyllic silviculturist outside. I'm going to preserve it." His tree answered, "Be bucolic. They can be pastoral." "Don't worry," said Richard. "It looks sylvan." Richard put on his previous generations and went outside. Immediately, he knew this was a mistake. The silviculturist turned to him and destroyed him. That should end right there. Richard devastated his pants. He was so scared and ran back inside. "You're right," he shouted. The silviculturist was so scary. "Next time, I'll take a planet with me." Yeah, interesting one. Next one is by bsherdahl. There was a missing verb in this one, so it's just been replaced by the word blank. That's what or blanked. That's what you said. Yeah, blanked. Okay. Little David Allen Sibley looked out the window and saw a field guide. He was so alive he had to go outside. David said to his bird, "There's a gregarious field guide outside. I'm going to warble it." His bird answered, "Be straight. They can be untidy." "Don't worry," said David. "It looks large." David put on his high locks and went outside. Immediately he knew this was a mistake. The field guide turned to him and nested on him. Okay, field guide is nesting. David blanked his pants. He was so scared and ran back inside. "You're right," he shouted. "The field guide was so scary. Next time I'll take a California quail with me." Interesting. I just wish there was a verb instead of blanked. Next one is by Thomas Weaver. Little Franz Boas, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, Boas? Little Franz Boas looked out the window and saw a herring. He was so jubilant he had to go outside. Franz said to his Archaeopteryx, "There's a vertiginous herring outside. I'm going to dye it." Dyed herring, huh? His Archaeopteryx answered, "Be grotesque. They can be rebellious." "Don't worry," said Franz. "It looks ubiquitous." Franz put on his antediluvian sparrows and went outside. Immediately he knew this was a mistake. The herring turned to him and cavorted with him. Franz knitted his pants. He was so scared and ran back inside. "You're right," he shouted. "The herring was so scary. Next time, I'll take a boutonniere with me." I'm not even sure what a boutonniere is. I'll have to look that up.
It's the thing that, it's a flower that men wear on their jacket
lapel. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never worn one, so. Next one is by D.T. Nova. Little Rebecca Sugar looked out the window and saw a ruby. She was so angry she had to go outside. Rebecca said to her toy, "There's a curious ruby outside. I'm going to grok it." Her toy answered, "Be polka-dotted. They can be ginormous." "Don't worry," said Rebecca. "It looks eldritch." Rebecca put on her dynamic starships and went outside. Immediately, she knew this was a mistake. The ruby turned to her and eviscerated her. Rebecca shuffled her pants. She was so scared and ran back inside. "You're right," she shouted. "The ruby was so scary. Next time, I'll take a paper with me." I'm sure that'll protect you. Next one up is Stomperdad, or Eric Wood. Little Neil deGrasse Tyson looked out the window and saw a pencil. He was so elated he had to go outside. Neil said to his cell phone, "There's a strange pencil outside. I'm going to blow it." Okay, this is getting strange. His cell phone answered, "Be red. They can be humongous." "Don't worry," said Neil. "It looks microscopic." Neil put on his purple monkeys and went outside. Immediately, he knew this was a mistake. The pencil turned to him and elected him. Neil slept in his pants. He was so scared and ran back inside. "You're right," he shouted. "The pencil was so scary. Next time, I'll take a telescope with me." I think this one's the best one so far. Elected? This last one is a cheat. It's my sister's. She made this up by herself. She'd already read the whole thing, so she knew what it was. Yeah, she knew what was going in it. But here it goes. Little Bugs Bunny looked out the window and saw a roadrunner. He was so scared, he was so angry he had to go outside. Bugs said to his carrot, "There's a loud roadrunner outside. I'm going to scare it." His carrot answered, "Be calm. They can be adorable." "Don't worry," said Bugs. "It looks horrible." Bugs put on his multicolored leggings and went outside. Immediately, he knew this was a mistake. The roadrunner turned to him and squawked at him. Bugs stripped off his pants. He was so scared and ran back inside. "You're right," he shouted. "The roadrunner was so scary. Next time, I'll take a coyote with me." I guess this makes sense. Stripped off his pants. So that was an interesting exercise. You see what happens when you've got writers adding these words. Some of them really didn't make that much sense. Now, a lot of Mad Libs tend to be funnier if they use really childish words, I think. Although I really liked Eric's. That's the one with Neil deGrasse Tyson. That one was actually pretty good, I thought. So, let me know which one you thought was the best story in the comments section below. I'd love to hear what you thought. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and please subscribe right here. And here are a couple of videos you may like to watch, so please go on over and take a look at them. So thank you for going on this journey through silliness with me. See you in the next video.